Hi everybody. I know it's been a while since I've filmed my last video. It's been since February. A lot of things have been going on. For one, I have been working in the pharmacy and my schedule changes from week to week, so it's really hard to be consistent to do videos. Also, I have an amazing boyfriend in my life. He's incredible. He likes to cook. He has experience cooking. He's been doing this for like 20 years. He also is educated in the culinary arts as well. So he'll bring that a lot of that to my channel, as well as just being straight up goofy. He's the male version of me. That's probably why we get along so well. Between us, we have 4 kids. I know, but all 4 girls, and it's fun, to say the least. He has something going on over here. He's making breakfast for Bailey and I. Isabella's at a friend's house. The kids are doing wonderful. Izzy's in the 8th grade, almost 14, and Bailey will be turning 10 in February, and I just can't believe where the time has gone. Aaron's 2 girls are 9 and 8. They're adorable, and they're miniature versions, not miniature versions, but they're a lot like my kids, which is really funny to find somebody that your kids and you click so well. We're trying to get our cats to get along. That's a little shaky, but that's a whole other topic for a whole other day. Toby's doing well. He lives about 2 hours away from here. He sees the kids when he can, so we still talk. We're still friends. We try to be friendly for the kids' sake. I know I'm saying a lot. It's just been a while since I've been back. I'm really excited to be back. I hope I'm able to get this video up because my big computer is not working out so well. I'm using Isabella's laptop. I hope we're able to get this to work. It's a smaller hard drive than my computer, so let's keep our fingers crossed on that one. If all goes well, Aaron and I will try to put up videos at least a couple of times a week. I can't tell you what days because my schedule changes every week. So yeah, with that all being said, I think I'm going to take the camera from Aaron and you have a small introduction, and then you're going to see him. He'll talk. He's funny. And I will see you guys next time. You'll probably hear me talking behind the camera. So I'm going to take the camera from him. We're going to stop this here, and we'll be back.
Morning. I'm Aaron. I am the one that is going to be doing this today. This is kind of interesting. Like Heather said, I've been cooking for quite a while. I'm a veteran. I got out in '97 and took a completely different career track after I got out, and I decided to go to culinary school. So I've been doing this professionally for almost 20 years, or the better part of 20 years. I'm not trying to cook professionally. I'm cooking for fun. You know, I'm making breakfast for the family, and that's what this is all about. In the interest of brevity, I've started some of the stuff going on already.
So what's this?
What we have is, get a piece of sirloin. I put a quick sear on it, and it's a rare to medium rare because it's going to finish cooking in the pan. Pulled it out of the pan, threw some butter, deglazed it a little bit, pulled some of the yummy bits up. We've got mushrooms, green pepper, and dried minced onion with some butter. And that's going to go back on the heat, which is going to happen now. And it's going to take a little bit to come back up. While that's waiting, over here we've got the eggs. We've got eggs, unsalted butter, a little bit of milk, and
what's the spices that you have in back of the immersion blender?
granulated garlic, minced onion, which went in the pan, a little bit of onion powder, which is going to go in the egg, whole milk because Anything else is not milk, it's colored water. And then we get some cheese blend that's going to go in there as well. My salt. Kosher salt, black pepper. Red pepper was from another project that we did yesterday. Heather mentioned the canning. We've got a bunch of stuff in mason jars sitting on the table right now, and we have to find room for it.
We will. We'll do it. I'm confident.
Eggs, milk, and butter, pinch of salt. And I'm using the stick blender just to aerate it. It's going to fluff it up. It's going to be almost like a souffle when it goes into the pan. But the big thing is to make sure that this is warm when it comes up. We actually had no idea that we were going to make this into a video this morning. I started cooking. I said, you know what, it would be a good idea to film this, because why not?
It's very impromptu, and it's very something I would do on a regular basis anyway. So they're kind of used to that with me.
Outstanding.
They're kind of used to having me be inconsistently consistent and clumsy and stumbling all over my words and rambling.
Well, yeah, why not?
Well, this is what I do.
Besides, it's Sunday morning, and we got nothing else to do.
Laundry.
Well,
We got lots of laundry.
I don't think they need a video on how to do laundry.
I don't know.
Unless you want to teach them how to do it your way.
Well, you'd be surprised. You would be surprised.
Yeah, no.
Oh, and by the way, this breakfast is loaded down with protein, by the way. So even though there might be some fat in here, the fat helps you digest the protein. So there's that.
Always remember that fat is flavor, and you think you're eating healthy by taking the fat out and eating something that's fat-free. Well, because fat is flavor, you pull that out, you have to compensate for that, and what compensates for flavor better than sugar? So it's really not as healthy as you might believe it is.
That means basically, in uneducated terms, not uneducated, but in other terms, basically they substitute the fat for sugar, and sugar gets digested in your body as fat, the fat that you don't want around your tummy or your love handles or your butt or wherever it accumulates.
Alright, so now it's starting to get up to temp. Throw the steak in.
We're throwing the steak in. So
personally, I would have left it like that because...
Well, that looks delicious on its own. Like, I would eat that. Bailey might have some objection, but I would eat that.
Well, there is another piece left over on the cutting board because I want to throw that back in the pan after this is done, so there's also a side of steak.
So throwing is definitely a technical term.
Absolutely.
Okay. Like heaving, throwing...
Yarding,
airlifting, everything. Yeah. Okay.
I dump that in, and then I'm just going to yard this out of the way.
Okay, see, dumping, again, is a technical term. They teach that in culinary school, don't they?
Sure.
Right, we'll go with that.
Well, they do it Redneck Tack.
Okay. Is that like a thing?
That's the unofficial name of the place that I went to school, but I'm not going to give them any free advertising.
No?
No.
Okay.
I could, but I won't.
Okay, so...
Go Eastern Maine Tack.
Alright, so what are we doing now?
I think that's just about ready. I'm going to throw a little bit of the cheese blend in.
Because everybody likes cheese.
And that will tell me... You do realize I'm making this up as I go along.
Yeah, that's like the best part of it. It's like...
Yes, it's a breakfast scramble, and yes, I have the techniques, but I have no idea how this is really going to turn out. So.
Oh, and for you vegetarians out there, if you really don't want to use the meat, you could substitute it with Aaron's favorite black bean or soy mix. They have soy crumbles. They sell them at like different places and things like that. They have like soy breakfast sausages, and they have soy sausage. Wait, I just said that.
Yeah.
Why
are you even bringing this into a carnivorous video?
Well, because there's some...
Leave the meat out and just add more portobellos. Done.
Babe, there are just some viewers that would say that they would substitute it for something else, or there are some people who really don't know what they could sub it for if their dietary needs are different than mine. So if they wanted to, they could totally use black beans. Like, that would be delicious. Like, I would put black beans in this, and oh yeah, it would be my life.
Just so you know, this is 7 large eggs.
You're not about like black beans, are you?
Not particularly, no.
Oh, and by the way, these eggs right here, they're fresh eggs. And I can thank my coworker for these because I get them from her and her I can really thank her chickens. Like, Liz, you have the best chickens.
Now, the beauty of this, the way we've got it set right now...
Because the eggs are delicious. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. It's nice and aerated. It's fluffy. If you want, you can set your eggs a little bit. Let them start to cook on the bottom of the pan. And if you wanted to, have the oven already set at 350. When you start to see it getting set around the edges, pull it off the heat, straight into the oven. And
Wait,
give it...
we're making a frittata?
No, I'm saying that is an option.
Oh.
Because this is the flexibility of this meal. We're making a breakfast scramble, but it can also be a frittata.
It's going to turn into, like, brunch.
Versatility.
Is that what that is? Because, I mean, we've only been working on breakfast since, like, 7 o'clock this morning. I kid you not.
Well, we had a planning session to do.
Well, and if you see the mess all over my stove, please ignore that. Aaron was canning first thing this morning as soon as he got up because spaghetti sauce and tomato sauce and tomatoes and all that really needed to be processed because I cleaned out my freezer, and the year that I had 200 tomatoes coming from my garden, we still have, like, 4 bags left in there frozen?
4-gallon freezer bags, plus a couple of containers.
So we wanted to get through those before we got through the new batches that I grew this year. Yes, I grew a little garden,
FYI, coffee is key to breakfast production.
Okay, what if you don't like coffee? What if you're a tea person? Tea people happen.
Yes, they do. Tea people. Sorry. I was only below the hard deck for a couple seconds. I had the shot. There was no danger.
Oh, well, good to know. Good to know that, we're all safe. It is hot in this kitchen.
It is extremely hot in here, but...
I think what we need to do before you start canning, you need to turn on, like, an air conditioner or maybe open a window or 2 or 3 or 6.
But that's coming together nicely.
Is it?
It's got enough butter in there, and we have a well-seasoned cast iron skillet, so that's...
Is it coming together thusly, too?
Thusly and so.
And so. What's the so in amongst...
Sew a needle pulling thread.
Yeah, we're not sewing, though. We're, like, cooking.
Well...
Because that's...
We're assembling.
We are. Yes. Yes, we are. There's going to be other videos, too.
I think that needs a little more cheese.
Because Aaron reminded me that my channel's name is Mishmawshandotherthings. I haven't had too much of the other things. I've had a lot of recipes, just not a lot of the other things. And I think for you guys who have followed me for a while, you probably want to, you see some of my personality when I'm cooking, but you might want to see a little other side of me that
I think it needs a little more.
You don't get to see. And Aaron brings out that other side in me. The other side meaning not a bad side. It's a good one.
It's a good thing.
For the most part. Now, is this authorized?
Wicked authorized.
Is it?
Yeah.
If you couldn't tell, he's from Maine. He grew up in Maine like I did. And the only time he wasn't in Maine is when he was in the Coast Guard. Right?
Yep.
It's kind of accurate.
Well, I've lived outside the state, and I keep coming back because this is home. This is where I belong. My girls were born here. What they're going to decide to do as they get older is entirely up to them. I would hope that there is some future in the state for them, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to go off on a political diatribe this morning because I really haven't had enough coffee yet.
That and it's breakfast. It's not politics. It's not breakfast with politics. Oh my gosh, can you imagine breakfast with Hillary or breakfast with Trump?
I would rather not imagine breakfast with Hillary. I mean, there was Breakfast at Tiffany's, which was a decent movie.
It was kind of cute, wasn't it?
But I would not want breakfast at Hillary's.
Oh, guys, guess who I converted over to the dark side of the zombie lands as far as The Walking Dead is concerned.
It wasn't a conversion, it was an education.
Okay, so I edified him on the
thing I'm not liking about this is it seems like there's too much excess liquid.
You know why? It's probably from the bell peppers, because the bell peppers have water. And
I didn't sweat them out long enough. But see, this is the thing. We make it up as we go along and we learn from our mistakes. It's only a mistake if you don't learn from it.
see, and that's the thing. You know, it's like he's educated, he knows his stuff, but there are times he makes mistakes. And we're not too proud to show you our mistakes because, truth be told, in your kitchen you probably make mistakes too. And the thing is we will help you learn from those mistakes and how we can do it better. And he just kind of explained to you a little bit that if he sweated the green peppers out a little bit more, it probably wouldn't have rendered out so much water as it did.
And the mushrooms.
The mushrooms don't have water, do they?
Yeah, mushrooms got some liquid in it. But,
They got some.
But
You know what?
No, we're not even going to go on the caramelization of mushrooms.
Let's not. Okay, so I have a sucky thing. You know the
syringe. Turkey baster.
No, the squeezy sucky thing. Turkey baster. Yes, I have one of those. See what happens when I don't do this for a while? I forget the names of stuff. This is not good.
However, put a little more heat on that. Let that bubble for a minute because they're not going to stick.
But won't it make the eggs dry if it cooks or overcooks?
I'm not going to overcook them.
How do you know that?
Watch and learn, young Padawan.
Okay, so we're getting the bowl from the cupboard. We're not getting the twisty sucky thing. We're
going to improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Because we're those people?
Yeah. That's kind of how we roll.
Is that how we roll, babe? That's how we roll.
That's how we roll in Disgusta.
Now, you told a bunch of strangers where we live.
Disgusta.
A lot of you are not strangers, though. So, yeah.
What I'm going to do
is you're going to pull out all this stuff.
Pull that.
Oh,
dump the excess liquid.
Wait a minute. You know what you could do with that liquid? Babe, you know what you could do with that liquid? We could totally make a mistake work in our favor. You could make a cheese sauce with that.
I could.
You could. And it would be cheesy-fied. Do you follow where I'm going? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? See, this is improvisation. And wait, I totally butchered that, didn't I?
Technical term is shooting from the hip.
Okay, because, yeah, we do that. Oh, we should put some sriracha in here. Oh.
We could, but the
Yeah.
small one's going to eat it.
Yeah, Bailey probably won't like the sriracha up in there. I would. I'll put sriracha on mine.
Well, yeah.
That's grown-up ketchup. You know that?
Finest kind.
That too. That looks like deliciousness. That looks really, really yummy. See, we took a mistake, we fixed it, and probably made it better because that looks really good. Ooh, that is hot. How you do that with your bare hands, I will never know. Because I couldn't do that. I would burn myself because I'm clumsy. It's
a little warm.
Is it a little warm, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there. How to pull victory from the jaws of defeat.
Have a good day, guys.
Thank you.